The carpeted area is warm next to the large fireplace. Only the most expensive homes in Valinor have these. Scattered about the carpet are various trinkets and pipes. I guess an elder isn't mystical enough without a smoking pipe. It's a mess underneath the dusk as well. I guess Milas has more pressing matters on his mind. It must have been relieving to tell us all that he did. I examined the table, looking at the scattered pieces of paper. Milas is deep in his studies, and I'd really hate to bother him. I want to read some as well, so I try to grab something he's put aside.
On Valinorth's blood leaves. Though it doesn't look like it at first glance, Valinorth is actually settled high atop the mountains of Alestia. Many believe that it is the spiritual energy that keeps our village and its surrounding areas warm. But the reach of this energy is not infinite, and it cannot affect the colder climate seen in Eastcrown. We don't venture into Eastcrown simply because our bodies would not be able to handle it. Either way, that is a separate story, and I wish to touch upon the blood leaves native to Valinorth. At the very top of the grand tree, for an unknown reason, the leaves grow a crimson red. We have no explanation for this, though some people believe that these are the tears from the departed, trying to reach our physical realm. A superstition, to say the least. Every few years, a gale of cold wind comes from Eastcrown and assaults the canopy of Valinorth. This causes many of the leaves to wilt and fall off. The wind carries these dead leaves on a journey through Alestia's skies, including the aforementioned blood leaves. The rest of the world sees the falling of the blood leaves as an omen, a portend of bad things to come. The sky being painted red with these leaves may look scary to some, but those who live in Valinorth see it as a natural event. The Elder of Valinorth.
Alright.
Eastcrown is a pretty scary place. I've thought about going there, but I'm too scared. Apparently, it's cold enough to kill you in minutes.
The fall of the blood leaves is beautiful, though. I've seen it a couple of times since I was born. Not sure what other purpose Eastcrown serves.
Alright, let's talk to Fortum and Valessa.
Hey,
What do you think about all this?
you mean everything that Milas told us? I'm freaking out. I can hardly believe it. But the spirits would never lie to us, right? I can't believe the Triumvirate is our enemy. I know they had their reasons with Mazeo, but there's no reason to attack Valinorth. Not at all.
I think they wanted their sword back. What are your thoughts on the Triumvirate? What's in store for Valinorth's future?
Then why don't they ask for it? There's no need to attack us like this. Makes me wonder if there's more to Mazeo.
Have you ever known for any sort of enemy to, like, politely ask? No. Enemies, they will fight and kill to take whatever it is back.
They said they took it over to fight piracy. But I think they're acting in their own interest. Burning down our village? They don't care about Alestia.
You're right, I'm sure there's more to it. Maybe the blade is just that important. I'm gonna agree with her.
It only makes sense, right? It must have something to do with the spirits. Tyrants can't stand when something is in their way.
What are your thoughts on the Triumvirate?
I always thought they were good rulers. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions. Mazeo shocked us all, but we've all moved on.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make decisions you really don't want to
There's
do.
also a line you're not meant to cross, though. Burning down an innocent village is way past that. No goal could justify what they plan to do with Valinorth.
What's in store for Valinor's future?
Honestly, I don't know. I usually look to you when I think about that. But without spiritual energy, things will change. We're up in mountains, and the spirits keep us warm. Without them, Valinorth would freeze and wilt away. We'd have to migrate to Mazeo, like Mila said. One thing I know is that the Triumvirate is ruined. There's no way people will side with this attack. It's only a matter of time before word starts spreading. I think I need to concern myself with Alestia's future. The rebellion will probably be swarming with new recruits. We can fight back so no one else loses their home.
Yeah, we'll unite and take them down. I'm no fighter. There has to be another way. Usually there's always another way, but sometimes it's really in your best interest to unite and take them down.
And it all starts with that special blade. I guess we should head to the Grand Tree. No sense leaving without it, right?
Back. Are you ready to leave Valenorth?
There's something I never thought I'd hear. Thousands of seers, and they never left Valenorth. I guess we're meant to play bigger roles than I thought. But to answer your question, no, I'm not ready. Unfortunately, my opinion doesn't count for much. I'll have to come to terms with this as we move on.
You can talk to me if you want, Valessa. I feel the same way, to be honest. I'm actually eager to see the world. Valessa can talk to us. She can trust us.
No, I wouldn't want to trouble you. You have enough going on. I'd just be a bother. Thanks for the offer, though. I'll keep it in mind.
What do you think about this blade?
I'll decide when I see it. You and Milas made it seem really incredible. But at the end of the day, it's just a sword. I doubt it'll be the turning point of this battle. Of course,
That's where you're wrong.
I wouldn't mind being proven wrong. What else can you tell me about it?
It's more than a blade, it just looks like one. Their lackey took down an entire village with it. It steals life to grow their army. Well, it does.
So, the more he killed, the more he had to serve him? And Ulrich's life powered a bunch of armored suits? That means their army could always outnumber Alestia. I'm starting to see why it might be a threat. But we won't be stealing life like that, right? We should keep it from them and limit their numbers. Good. I was starting to worry.
Yeah.
Without that blade, their army's finite. They can't hide behind numbers like before.
It's more than a blade. Just looks like one.
Wait, that's really confusing. It looks like a blade, but serves another purpose? Tell me more. I'd like to know what makes it special.
They're like he took down an entire village with it.
So, it still works as a standard weapon. But I'm curious about the other functions it has. We'd never do this for a run-of-the-mill sword.
Let's go back, exit, and talk to Fortsum.
Hey,
What do you think about all this?
it's a little overwhelming, to be honest. I know I acted all cool, but I'm not really sure. I'm used to a simple life. Now that's all gone. As far as I know, Valenorth is the last spiritual nation. If we lose our connection, what's going to happen? Will Alestia just be completely devoid of spirits? And not only that, but the Triumvirate being evil? As far as I know, they've always been benevolent. I know what we lost in Mazeo, but I've moved on. Anyway, I can process all of that later. I'm more worried about what's going to happen to us. Not Valenorth or Alestia. Just you, me, and Valessa.
What do you know about the Triumvirate? Don't other nations handle fine without spirits? Don't need to act cool with me, you can be open. I'm sure we'll be fine as long as we stick together.
Yeah, definitely. We're a team for a reason. There's nothing we can't handle. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's grab that blade and head to Mazeo. Whatever you need, I'll be by your side.
No need to act cool with me, you can
Thanks.
be open.
That means a lot to me. But I wouldn't want to come off as whiny. Right now, we need to combine our strengths. The pity party seems appealing, but it'd be a waste. We can't afford to throw away the sacrifice of Mila's father.
Don't other nations handle fine without spirits?
Yeah, but not as good as us. Alestia would be better if the spirits were everywhere. Valenorth is perfect, and we were truly lucky to live here. But I guess those days are coming to an end. Without spiritual energy, we'll succumb to the cold. The winds from Eastcrown will take over Valenorth. I hope there's something we can do. Maybe after this, we should come back home. If we could just get that idol to shine again.
What do you know about the Triumvirate?
Nothing anymore, I'm afraid. Seems their goals have changed to conquest. With Mazeo, it made sense. But not with us. I thought they were our gods. Our protectors. I'm starting to doubt that they even cared. I mean, was this their goal all along? All four nations, under their thumb. If they just asked first, we could have cut a deal. But straight to violence? I don't get it.
I wish we could have resolved this peacefully. We have to fight back. Negotiations are off the table. Yeah, because they've just gone from being calm, cool, collected to straight violence and murdering everybody. They don't get to negotiate.
Yeah, there's no sense begging for lenience. Normally, I'd say that it's impossible to win. But with that blade, things seem different to me. Milas said it was important to them, right? If they're weak, we can't hold back. This is our chance to save Alestia.
Beck, are you ready to leave Valenorth?
I never thought I'd be leaving Valenorth. In fact, I came to terms with that a long time ago. But here I am, leaving it behind for good. And I'm scared.
I think we're all scared.
Everything I've read about the outside world is scary. Piracy, deathly cold, and even deathly heat. We had it good here. A really nice middle ground.
True that.
This is where it gets confusing for me, though. Mazeo was supposed to be safer because of the Triumvirate. They occupied it, with force, but they've kept it peaceful. They could easily do the same thing to Valenorth, but killing everyone? And burning it to the ground? They've crossed a line that no one ever should.
Do you think it will really be that scary? I'm sure they had secret motives with Mazeo too. We might have to cross some lines as well for them.
That's what worries me about all of this. They push, and we're expected to push back. What if we don't like fighting? That fight or die mentality is a terrible thing. It can drive good men to do horrible things. Please, don't let that happen to you, Cirrus.
I'll do what needs to be done. I'm not changing anytime soon.
Good. I'm glad you're putting thought into it. Don't act recklessly in the face of victory. Victory is nothing if we can't share it together.
I'm sure they had secret motives with Mazeo too.
Maybe Dominic will tell us more about that. I'm sure there's a lot to catch up on. This rebellion isn't exactly new. I'm willing to bet there's more at play. But with Valenorth, there's nothing secret at all. They're planning to raise our village, plain and simple. You mentioned that it might be for the blade? That excuse would never fly for an attack this large. At least for Mazeo, they said they were fighting piracy. I'm sure they want their blade back, but yeah, that desire and this attack are two separate things. I'm sure we'll find out the truth if we keep moving forward.
Just keep swimming. Do you think it would really be that scary?
I'm sure it might be worse in my head. But with all the stuff I've read, it's still scary. I'm used to routine, so anything new is frightening.
Yeah.
Mazeo is full of merchants, pirates, and mercenaries. Let's do our best not to make anyone mad. You never know how far their influence spreads.
They should be careful not to make us mad. Yeah, you're right. We'll have to behave.
Which is boring if you ask me. I'll try not to say anything witty. Pirates aren't the best with humor. Besides, I'm sure Dominic will be there waiting. He'll make sure we get off to the right start. We're going to Mazeo. We'll need protection.
Back. Anything we should do before we go?
I wouldn't mind taking one last look at the village. It's so weird, knowing that an attack is coming. This could be the last time we see our homes. How are we just supposed to accept that? I expect we'll have plenty of time to grieve, but is that something we should really have to do? We don't have to look around, but I'd appreciate it. If I find something I want to take with me, I'll grab it. I'd much rather leave Valenorth behind with no regrets.
Alright, we won't leave till you're ready. I can't make any promises, Fartum. We won't leave till you're ready.
Thank you so much. I can't put my finger on it, but I know I'm not ready. One last walk through Valenorth is all I could ever ask for.
Exit. Alright, let's do Sovi and Dominic, and I'll end it here. Yes. Dominic conversed with Grizz, the mayor of Mazeo. There was much to be done before the rebellion could settle down. But first on his agenda was procuring the city's underground tunnels. A place to operate in secrecy would be essential to their continued success.
Come on, Grizz, this must be possible. Even their honor guard barely monitors the place. When they do, they're oblivious to our existence. If we don't push them, they won't push back. Although, one final push might be required. Either way, we need that deed as a rightful claim.
Jamek, for the last time, it's not so simple. If the Triumvirate knew I was helping you, they'd kill me. I wouldn't be surprised if they damaged Mazeo as well.
I think he's supposed to be like some sort of wolf because he's got a dead sheep wrapped around his neck.
Oh, come on, it's not that risky. We'll operate silently. They'll never know.
Everything has a paper trail, Damek. They keep track of every step I take. At the end of the day, I'm still their general. I understand that you want those tunnels, but it would be too risky. They'd find us out. I'm not gambling with my life, understand?
With them, it's a gamble, I'll give you that. But with me, I'll have you know it's a certainty. I don't think you know how much we need those tunnels.
Damek, is that a threat?
No.
Of course not. We're too close for that. Close enough that you won't have to find out. I'm sure we can come to some sort of deal.
Mazeo has rubbed off on you. I'd expect such tactics from pirates, not you. I have to say, you'd need something big to woo me.
Dominic walks up to the desk and places some papers down. He looked up at Grizz with a smile, who returned only shock.
They dig for 20 years and find nothing. I use my forces and we find it in days. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is it.
Damek, I don't believe this. This is what I've been looking for. You must tell me where it is.
A deed might sweeten the deal for me. Besides, you can report this finding to the Triumvirate. They'll be so ecstatic they won't notice anything else.
It is a big deal, and it might sate them. But they'd likely send forces here immediately. You want me to put a target on your new HQ?
Actually, their forces will be preoccupied. I have word that they're undertaking another mission. We'll have plenty of time to occupy and fortify.
I can't believe you found it, Damek. If you want the deed, you must give me exclusive access. Nobody else can touch it. I have my plans, and that's final.
Alrighty then.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to, but you might have to wait a bit longer. Tapping into it requires some special means. But I promise you won't be waiting much longer. So please, if you would hand over the deed, and once they arrive, it's all yours.
And let's go check out Sylvie. Clearly, Grizz has something going on with the Triumvirate. He must be working for them or something. I'm sorry, I have to yawn. Sylvie left the chambers of his masters, remaining in shock. The truth of things had been explained, and he was surprised. He knew it would take a while before he accepted these revelations.
Such a truth, and to think I never knew. This will change everything about my approach.
Master, you seem unwell. We leave tomorrow. You should get some rest. I know I'm not the one to give orders, but please.
Well,
No,
since you
it has
asked
nothing
politely.
to do with that. It seems there is more to this attack than we knew. The Triumvirate just finished explaining our true objective.
Our true objective? Sylvie, what is the meaning of this?
I don't think I'm able to tell you, Halen. They trusted me alone with this information. Perhaps you can visit them on your own time.
Typical. Teasing me with information and pulling rank. I want to prove myself, Sylvie. I want to be at your side.
Trust me, that would be wonderful. But this is different. It changes everything. It would be better to hear it directly from them.
All right, all right. I have to say, you seem quite distressed. I'll go talk to them, but take my advice and rest.
I'm afraid there's no time for that, Halen. I'm going to speak with the prisoner. He's coming too.
Shane is coming with us? Sylvie, that doesn't make any sense.
It seems a run-in with the rebels is likely. To that end, I've come up with a fitting punishment. When you're done with our masters, meet me back here.
Yes, of course. I'm ready to take action at a moment's notice. And now, something tells me we will be.
Ooh. Alright guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys, stay kawaii, and have fun out there.